Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak. I'm recording this at a time when Ramadan is feeling like it's just been punctuated by terrorism. There was Orlando last year, before Ramadan this year, there were the Manchester attacks, and then now there have just been the London Bridge attacks, and elsewhere in the world there's been Kabul, there's been Jakarta, there's been Mindanao, and I'm just, still reeling with grief and pain for all the victims and their loved ones, and I pray for Allah's loving blessings for all of them, and I also pray for protection for all those people who will be victims of reprisals from other bigots. And I just pray that humanity one day finds a way out of all forms of state and non-state terrorism. And maybe this is why when I woke up this morning, I was thinking about this particular verse from the Quran, from Surah An-Nahl, which is the chapter of the bee, and it's verse 125. And this is a translation by Muhammad Asad. It says, "Call thou all mankind unto thy sustainers' path with wisdom and goodly exhortation, and argue with them in the most kindly manner. For, behold, thy sustainer knows best as to who strays from his path, and best knows he as to who are the right guided." Now, Muslim tradition tells us that this verse was revealed at a particularly traumatic time. It was the aftermath of the Battle of Uhud, when the pagan Qurayshi forces had killed and mutilated bodies of several Muslims, including Hamza, the Prophet Muhammad's uncle. Now, it's reported that the Prophet, peace be upon him, was so outraged that he wanted to kill 70 disbelievers in retaliation. And then this verse was revealed. So basically, Allah was responding to the Prophet and his followers saying, no, you will not repay violence with violence. Instead, you will find a better way to struggle against injustice. You will argue with wisdom, you will preach beautifully, and you will be kind and generous. Now, I'm not denying that there are verses in the Quran that have been used to justify violence, and they have. And these sorts of verses also exist in other religious scriptures. My point is that that's not all the Quran is. That's not all religion is. There's this verse, which I think is quite pacifist. So, alongside my prayers for all victims of all kinds of terrorism around the world, I'm holding on to this as well, to inspire me in my conduct, in my response, in my feelings as well. It's challenging, but I'm holding on to it. And ultimately, the divine is all-knowing. All deficiencies are my own. Wallahu a'lam.